Jami.
It is. And we are so excited to have you join us as we unveil what, oh my gosh, we've been loving on for the last couple days so much.
Absolutely. Well, let's first welcome you. I'm Heidi. This is Jami. We're at Hen and Chicks Studio in Conrad, Iowa. And I wear a necklace most days that is all about choose happy. Choose happy. Let's get up here, see if you can see it there for a second. It is a phrase that I say. I always say it's not that every day is not without its ups and downs.
And its own challenges.
And its own challenges. But I have the opportunity to choose happy every day. And I love being able to say that. Love being able to wear that around my neck with my, with that phrase on it, because happy is good. So when we found this particular fabric collection called Happiness Blooms, I thought, it's beautiful. I love it. It's going to make people happy.
And it's gonna kind of portray what you always try to have people feel.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think it is doing just that.
And it's only been us.
And so we are so happy to be able to share it with you today. Now, if you haven't joined us before, some of you are on Facebook, some of you are on our website. Whichever you are is wonderful. We're glad that you're here. We do use a selling platform called Comment Sold. We will actually do some clicking, some numbers will pop up. If you're on Facebook, if that is something that you want to purchase, definitely put sold 101, whatever that number is, so that you have the opportunity to buy that. It gives you a message, you add it to your cart, you go to our website. It is not complete until you follow through, literally on the cart.
So you just have to finish the checkout. But the beauty of one of the, I think let's give ourselves a pat on the back, shall we?
Okay. Sure.
One of the services that we provide to our customers is if they place multiple orders, we only charge one shipping, and that's just a small business gesture that
we can handle that.
Yeah.
We can handle that here, and that is, you're right, that is one of the services that we offer.
Pat on the back.
There you go. $8.50 for all of your orders to ship on one day, kind of thing. So if you say you see one thing and you're like, hey, I want that, then you can order that. Because, for example, we have cut kits out of this fabric already, so our yardage is already decreasing. And so if you want backing fabric to go with the kit, I know Deb, if she's watching this morning and she likes this collection, she's going to
wants her backing fabric to match the collection.
The collection. And so if she's like, you're like that is wonderful. So now, if you happen to be on our website, you do have some more features if you're actually on the live selling page, so that you can scroll up and down through the products. But the same thing holds true. At some point, you need to follow through and make the purchase. If you can't just click it and put it, to the cart, you have to follow through. But we're so glad that you're here with us this morning, and never worry that if you can't be with us live, you can always go back and watch the replays. And we know that is as important of a feature as actually being on live with us. So, but in the meantime, tell us what is making you happy today. Talk to us in the comments. We love that.
Because there's always
there's something to make you happy today.
Find something that
maybe it was that your coffee was hot.
Right.
That's
true.
Yeah, maybe it was that your car was warm when you got in it today.
It might be the smallest of little things, and even if but let's go, because I think this collection's gonna make you happy and smile, and maybe this will be what brings you happy today.
That's right.
Are you gonna show the whole panel?
Let's show the panel. Okay. Let's show the panel.
I'm gonna start finding.
That's right. You find the panel. So first of all, the collection comes called Happiness Blooms, and it is by Deb Strain, and I love that I know Deb. I think that is awesome. She and I have been in the industry for a long time, so we've known each other. But this is the entire panel with this. Are they calling this the whitewash background?
Yep.
Okay, so as you can see, can you read a couple of those?
Yeah, so I'm going to start here. If you hold it at the top, it says "Together is our favorite place to be." Then to the right, "Family, always, forever, no matter what." The sentiments of these sayings. Family is everything. Happiness blooms in a home filled with love. And moving down, Heidi.
Okay,
there you go. hold your loved ones close. And just let me tell you that sentiment right there, it rings so true. My family is my treasure. I mean, what, shall we start crying
I know,
already?
we'll start crying.
A family is a little world created by love, and home is my happy place. So you can just see the sentiments on that
And
panel.
if you knew Deb, her family is so important to her as well, and so I love that I feel like she has put a piece of her own heart into this.
Yeah.
I know she does with all of her fabrics, and these are all from Moda Fabrics. If you're not familiar
So
with Deb,
it kind of has two different versions, and hang tight because we're going to show you. Oh, and then at the end we have another kit in progress.
oh yeah,
Sewing.
hang
gotta-
tight. Yeah, we've got
for
more
that one.
coming. Okay, so this is what we're calling
I keep
slate.
to
Isn't
the
they?
top, though.
Oh, I thought I had it. No, I don't. Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
this one's called Slate.
Apparently, I haven't had any coffee this morning. Oh, wait a minute, I don't drink coffee. Okay,
Okay,
so
okay.
so same sentiments, but with a black or slate
background.
slate
so
background.
It's kind of a tonal. You can. I don't know if it picks up very well, but it's not a solid black.
No,
It's more of a charcoal, and it's beautiful.
and
Absolutely.
we just
stunning
think
and
that the fabrics in this collection are so pretty in person. And so, do we want to go through the fabrics first?
Yeah, let's try to
and
go
then
through
we'll
the
come back
fabrics,
and we'll
yeah.
talk about the kits that we've created
so,
already for this.
And I don't know if it's going to be able to be seen on all of it at one time, but we're going to try. Okay, we're going to try to match the
Fabrics with the clicking.
click,
but if she clicks on something and it doesn't match what I'm holding, please give us a little grace this morning.
if she might talk a little bit more about, because it is a large collection, so I might end up clicking through a little bit faster as well.
Yes.
But we want you to be able to see all of
Yeah,
these
and there are a lot of
beautiful
prints
fabrics.
because as you let's get out of the way
Yeah,
for a second,
okay.
and you
I'll
can
have to even
see
turn
that
it
there
just a little
is
bit
an
to-
entire group of beautiful, beautiful fabrics here, all the way from the whitewashed ecru or natural. They're calling it natural,
Mhm.
eucalyptus, moss, and then the slate. Okay, so we're just going to start here. This is a fun
That one's
little,
actually called Whitewash Square.
and it's just a little print that would be great in the background. And I'm going to just set them down here as we go, and then we can always move back up. This is part of the whitewashed, I believe, and a great background, just a great piece on the background. And that one comes in two different, several of them come in different colorways. So for example, if you like this little guy with the leaf on that piece, then we have it here with the green or the moss color inside of it. Okay.
I'm not finding those.
All right, well, you just click
Just
through.
keep going
Just
and
keep clicking.
Keep going.
And this has kind of are we calling this a medallion?
Yeah,
are you calling
that's a
this?
medallion.
You're calling this a medallion here, and I love it. It's a little more directional, has the ability to be directional if you wanted to, but I think if you cut it up, it would just work well as a print. Yep, that one did. I saw it. That one came up. That was called Wash Medallion. Yep. So this guy has all sorts of leaves and branches, and I love this because this is the kind of thing I love to doodle too, with different prints. It's got the different shades of green in it, everything from a yellow green to a blue green. So that is really pretty.
And these ones, I'm just clicking the same print in the multiple colors as she's talking about that. And so you should be seeing some different.
Yep.
And that one is actually called Bloom.
This is a bloom. And again, it has all of the prints in it. And this one is so pretty, this tonal.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the tonal fern?
That
No.
one is the tonal whitewashed.
Okay.
Yep, and some of them are not.
So pretty. They're such good neutrals. All right, I'm going to move on to the natural. This has got a little flower bud piece in it, and it is so cute. You just go
Yep,
through.
I'm going to just start scanning because we're missing out.
Well, or just in the wrong. Yep, so I'd start it.
Yep, so you just keep going. And
Yeah, and did we get, make sure that's not on that list? Nope.
Yep. All right, well, we'll just keep going. Okay.
Yeah,
this
because
one.
they start, up here. Got those?
Okay.
Look
so
at the
that
words.
is words. I'm going to click the different words. So there's 3 different words. So they should all be coming up now.
Yep.
But they're featured that way.
Okay, so you've got the washed words. We'll come back to, I can show them here. There's the, since you've got them all clicked up there, you think? I saw the white. This one is the, that is the natural bloom.
Yep, that one's.
So you want the ones with the words?
Well, you can keep going now.
Okay.
I'm trying.
Okay, and then we've got
I think we're missing
little bud.
some of the natural ones. Yep, keep going.
Okay.
Natural dainty fern was that one. See if I got on there.
And this is a check. Very nice. Could be used, could cut it on the bias and put it on there for binding. Love this big bloom. So this has, like, in comparison,
That's a bouquet.
Yep, and let me pull out this. You're gonna see the difference here, because this is the difference. So the one on your left, my right, is whitewash, so it has a slightly lighter color background, and then the other one has the natural background. So they're very similar, but they are a little bit different, so that you can see those on there. And then I'm going to go this way. And again, this is the natural.
And that's the tonal on the natural of the fern, which I'm not finding right away.
That's all right. We'll come back to them all. And then I'm going to go, these are going to go into, so are
this
they
is moss.
Moss.
Yep.
And so we have the fern in the moss. Not getting the click. It's not coming through.
There it went.
There you go. There we go. And then so like, for example, this one that we're going to show, there's just not very many yards left on it. So it's a thin bolt already. It is the moss with a little bud, bloom. I think you're calling it bloom.
Yep.
So pretty. And then we have the moss check. And the moss fern.
And that one is the tonal fern. Did it go?
Yep. There, yep, it went. There you go.
Okay, and this one just simple. It's kind of a square, but look at the little, kind of like a fern on this square.
It is. It's very pretty. I'm gonna try here. And also say put my fingers in there so you can see sort of a size relationship. That it's a small little icon, little design. So again, it could be almost look tonal from a distance. And again, we're back to the bouquet, but now it has I'll say soft moss in the background. So again, I'm going to add it to these three so you can start to see the differences between the naturals on the bottom, the whitewashed in the middle, and now the eucalyptus or the moss on the top.
Yep.
So again, because I think it's fun to see the differences. All right, now this would be called eucalyptus, and we've got the check, eucalyptus check, and this is the medallion. And again, all of these are going to be on our website, so you will be able to find all of them in a group and be able to see the images that are connected with each of the prints. So I'm just going through them here so you can see. Tonal. And bloom. Okay. And then last but surely not least at all, because they're just gorgeous, is the black, the slate. And this is the bouquet. So if, did you found that one? No.
There it went.
And again, I'm going to pull these up so that you can see all four of them, just to get an idea of the different depths of color that we have for those. Now I'm going to move on to, again, we're in the slate category. All these branches, love that. The check. The words. The bloom. No, that one didn't go. And the medallion.
Did the check show up?
Check showed up.
Okay.
And
We'll go back through them. Here's the medallion. It should be.
yep, that's the medallion. There you go. Oh my gosh, they're just absolutely gorgeous. And you know us, that we're always playing around with what will look best for these fabrics. And there are so many options. You could make so many things without the panels, but of course we love the panels as well, so we wanted to be able to include the panels. And you know that there's a lot of patterns that we go back and forth with that we absolutely do love, and fringe is one of them. And it was laying up here. Is it on the back? Is it in here?
Yep.
There, it's in here. So I'm going to give you that sticky there. Okay, so the fringe pattern is included in this particular pattern. So in this quilt, the kit would make a 68.5 by 83 and a 1/4 inch quilt top. And it has all of these beautiful, we went on this one with the whitewash, the natural, the eucalyptus, and some of the moss.
From the slate on that.
And stayed away from the slate.
Talk about this for a second, because the panel is also included.
Yes,
so
the panel
sure
is
you
included
show
in
them.
this.
The panel squares will go in place of the larger print squares. Now there's 8 on the panel, so you'll get to choose out of these fabrics. There's several options. This is very customizable. There's enough fabric here.
Yep, you could really play around.
You can probably make it a little larger. You might need a little bit more
background or something.
But you could probably make it a little larger. But then you could pick, maybe you only wanted 4 of this panel and put it in there, make pillows with the other. Because there's plenty of these to come up with the squares as well of your choice to put in there. And the same with the background. We're calling this the background, the outer edge. So that background on this is the cream. And
let's talk about this. I'm going to say something that we do here at Hen and Chicks Studio is that we really look at when we put the kit together. Are we giving you something that it has to be exactly like we've made it, or else you'll run out of fabric, or can we give you a little bit more fabric?
So you have
options, and yes, you may have some left over. But if you make a mistake, then great. Or like you said, maybe you want to make it just a little bit bigger. There might be enough depending on what you decide to do.
Right.
And so we could have cut smaller pieces, but instead we went with fat quarters, because there's also the option that if you go, hey, beautiful collection, love how you put it together, but fringe isn't my pattern, it's not my jam kind of thing, not a problem.
Then you could use this and keep the panel separate. Find another pattern and
do something else.
And we have listed what is included for yardage in this kit.
Right, so you know exactly, so you could compare it to the materials list on maybe your favorite pattern. So again, you have the option to do some different things with. But I do think this is going to be beautiful.
Laid out, it's so pretty.
Yes.
And hopefully you could see that from that picture.
So that is one option. But of course, we couldn't then go without a second option. And we're even considering a third one, aren't we, Jamie? Because there's still some beautiful fabrics left. But again, with the pattern fringe, there is a wall hanging size. So in this particular one, we used the slate version, kept it very simple. This version is going to look scrappier because there's simply more fabrics that you have choices. The slate version, we kept it very simple, and there are literally, let me turn it this way so you can see the fabrics. There are just a few fabrics that are in here.
The 4 fat quarters will be your rectangular pieces, and it's going to be this sized one down here, the smaller one. So it's only using 4 out of the panel, but we love keeping the simplicity of it.
And it is referred to as a lap. So when you see the lap, but what size it is, this is 53 3/4 by 43 3/4, which really makes me think large wall.
Yeah.
But it could be a small lap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It can go either way, but on the pattern, it is referred to as the lap size,
and
just so you know.
let me throw this out. If you should want to expand this to go ahead and make a big quilt, the yardage is there because you already have four fat quarters in here. You'd simply just need to purchase more yardage to expand it to the larger. But plenty of the background at this point in time that you could expand it if you wanted to do the slate version, or maybe you want to combine all of them together.
Correct. And we are looking at maybe doing another fat quarter bundle of the slate version, or some of the slate, so that you could literally combine the fat quarter bundle and this together, kind of thing. So we've got some different options, but we'll see what our creative minds come up with in the next few hours.
And yes, Jan, it is a very, very beautiful collection. How many times yesterday I was like, I love this.
As Jami kept cutting it, she kept saying, "This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is beautiful."
I love it.
And it is one of those collections that in person it does have it just has a feel of being very there's a classic element to it. Like it's not going to go out of style anytime soon.
A simplistic,
but it's fresh and new. Yes, I mean there's
perfect. When you think, oh, I even said this. It's too bad that I couldn't whip this up by tomorrow night. Because I have a wedding this weekend.
Oh yeah, would have made
for a wedding gift.
Yeah, would have made a beautiful wedding gift.
Yeah.
Yes. So very much so.
And I'm gonna switch this if I can, Heidi. Move this because let's show them how we used fringe in a different
Absolutely.
quilt.
So Jami's gonna turn the camera around, and so bear with us.
Just to give you an
idea of what fringe looks like, this is a patriotic version called Great American Summer Image, and you can see it's absolutely beautiful. We're looking at this quilt right here. If you're not sure which one is fringe, and I think we don't have that kit. I didn't pull that one up,
but we do have it on. You want to click on the clicker?
The fringe. Oh,
yep.
Did I put it on there?
Yeah, you did put it on there.
Oh my gosh, I can't even keep track.
It should be on that page that was right on top. Or I'll find it. It should have been, but I will say about this pattern as well that it's a very doable pattern. I enjoyed. It looks like it could be difficult, but it's not if you take your time and just do it one row at a time. If you need to, matching up your seams, watch our cutting tips and tricks, especially using your stripology ruler on this pattern will ensure a much better accuracy. And then watching that video might help you, but also our pressing tips and tricks as well that we've kind of talked about how important it is to press your fabrics on a pattern like this is going to help a ton with it.
So Jami, I also pulled up the fringe pattern separately, and now I'm going back and showing the lap size, and that's the slate version, and then the cream fringe quilt version, which is the twin size. And it's a nice twin size pattern, so that you have all of that information there for you.
It is beautiful. I'm just telling you, this is beautiful. And I even said to Heidi, I like to create, and obviously we love to create, but this is one that I just think these just might go home with me. Yeah. All of this, even yardage on them, because it's so classic. It's never going to go out of style.
No, and I have to say that we've said it also appeals to more than one generation.
Yeah.
My daughters are loving this.
Oh.
They're thinking that it is appropriate for them, and they're 15. So if, I had a grandmother call a few weeks ago asking for a fabric that was appropriate for her 11-year-old, was an 11-year-old going on 15. And I said, my daughters are 15 anyway. This is another one of those collections
I even said, look at this. If you wanted to do a 3-yard quilt.
Oh, they'd be
just in the
gorgeous.
Simple. I'm not even bringing in color, but just that simple, clean black or slate. Not really black, and cream colors. I've been
the possibilities are endless, and there's so many different combinations. Whether you want to do just the slate, or the cream, or you want to focus more on the green, there are so many options. Well, Jami, you have one other thing that we're going to show today. We've talked a little bit in the past about the buttercup, and that's also called slate. Buttercup and Slate collection.
Which happens to be this back here.
Which, yes, it's just all in the background. And it is an absolutely gorgeous. But you've been doing a little sewing.
I have.
And do you want to grab out Whoa, is a table move there?
Yep.
And been working on this. We like the kit that we're using for the store sample is from Strip Your Stash by Gundar and Erla. It's a great book. And so this is literally a couple of rows that you have done, but I think it's awesome to be able to see. I'm trying to get them so they're a little straighter. Let's see if I can. I'm trying.
Wait, here, let's do it like a real. Can we go this way and you hold it?
Can we go that way? Well, they can
I don't
see.
know.
Only be able to
That
see a
will
couple
work,
blocks,
yeah.
I think, that way.
Well, we could do it
But-
like a red rover, and we could slide back and forth.
That's right. That's exactly right. We could do that. So here you can see, kind of get the general gist. It's I'll call it a modern log cabin. And of course, using Gundar and Erla's stripology rulers that you know we love.
Slide your way a little bit, Heidi.
Yeah, you can see that that it would go very, very quickly in cutting the strips. And so, do you want to? So you did the book.
Yep,
Do you
I've
want
done
to do
book.
the kit?
I'll do the kit,
And
yep.
this, I'm going to show them the kind of the fabric a little bit
Yep.
up close. So the collection is a yellow with a little, the green on this side. I can see the green right here. Kind of a soft green, the yellow and slate, and it kind of has all those colors in all of the fabrics. And so we have the kit, and it's Casanova, correct?
Yep.
So this is the Buttercup Slate Casanova fabric kit, and it has everything you need except for the book. The book is sold separately because we've done other kits out of this, and we know people have the book and love it. If you don't have the book, we're glad to sell that to you as well, but we do have the kit. And so this is the Strip Your Stash book. And again, from Gundar and Erla of GE Quilt Designs. Wonderful, wonderful book.
And Victoria just bought this book, and she's already made a couple
Oh, yeah.
out of it. There's other patterns in there.
Oh,
too.
we love several of the things that are in here. I can tell you over the years. So here's the one we're doing talking right now. That's Casanova. I've seen it done in the brights. The girls did it in some soft. I think we've given their quilt away. Where's the one I was thinking of that we also did? We used to have this as a store sample. We've had this as a store sample here before, this woven one. It is super fun as well. Well, we ended up dividing this particular collection, since it's so large, into 4 fat quarter bundles. So you can mix and match. There's no repeats in any of these. So if you like the buttercup color, you can get all of the yellow fat quarters. If you like, what do they call this green? Is it just slate green?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
The green, you can get the fat quarter bundle for the green. I do have to say I love the gray, and it's so soft. So that is sort of, that's like the slate grays, the more neutrals, and then there was the kind of white and gray collection.
And I might have clipped those backwards on those two.
That's okay, but
Because
so
they're
there's,
both gray, but one has the difference between this with the gray is just grays.
correct, and it feels more neutral.
Yeah.
Like that you could mix and match, whereas these all have yellow in
Yellow
them,
on
or
it,
green or something. And so absolutely those are great fat quarter bundles. So again, buy all 4 of them. You have the entire collection. Mix and match however you like, and you can have beautiful, beautiful quilts.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so many good things.
So I also think that this is a larger quilt kit. Let's say that one actually is made
Casanova.
for a king size.
Yes, that will make a 98 by 105 inch quilt because it has again, we have all the backing fabric as well as all of the
background
pieces. The
fabric.
background fabric.
Yep.
Yes, no backing, just the background.
Yeah, and Heidi, while you're kind of going over it, I'm going to just re-click all of the
You
Happiness
go
Blooms
for it.
collection.
Tell me, was there a particular print, while she's clicking on those, tell me if there's a particular print that you saw that you absolutely loved, like the little bloom. I'll pull a couple of them out. I do have to say the words are a favorite for me. Just love seeing all those words, and I think this will be great in a quilt. So that is one that is a favorite for me. But if any of you have favorites, let me see. If you're telling, and Victoria's on this morning
is she?
too. Yes, and she's loving the quilts. And Kathy, I love it. Yep, and Victoria said she loves that book too. And good morning, Wendy and Jan. All good to have you this morning. But if there was any of these prints, now I'm going to show you the panel again. So you can again see the pretty as she's clicking through all of the fabrics, but the panel is absolutely beautiful. And did we say that this cuts down into about a 8-inch or 7.5?
No,
Or
the
bigger.
nice thing
It's bigger
about
than
this,
that. It's bigger than that.
But the nice thing I think, Heidi, about that panel
Yes.
is that there is plenty of space
Yes,
around
there
it
is.
that you can cut it
Yes.
larger or smaller.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. You can make those blocks a little bit bigger. Oh, yes. Peg likes them all, and she loves the slate color. Absolutely. They're so good.
I know. You're only hearing the voice of me right now, but that slate is stunning. It's just
Absolutely. That slate is pretty stuff. So she's getting through all of those fabrics. They are very fun. And Becky, she likes the panel. I love it. And so again, if you are on our website, you're able to scroll through all of those images a little easier than on Facebook. But of course, you know that everything will be on Facebook. You'll have the opportunity, on our website. Everything will be on our website in a group so that you can see all of the fabrics, the fat quarter bundles that we've got, or the kits, whatever it is that you're looking for.
Yep. And so this collection, it's a larger collection. So again, I'm glad that we can get them all so that we can show them and click through them again so they can just kind of see them all one more time.
And there's, in a small image, especially if you're watching on your phone or some kind of a small device, they're not going to be nearly as beautiful as if they are in person on the bolt. And again, I'll just hold up one, at least here. This is the slate version of the bouquet, and it's gorgeous with the different shades of green, and then again, the whitewash, the natural, and the eucalyptus. No, moss. Sorry.
No, eucalyptus.
Was that the eucalyptus color? Well, there's so many
That's
different.
Just green.
Green. Yeah. They're pretty green. Yeah. They're pretty green. Well, we're so glad that you had the chance to be with us today, and hope you are as happy as we are with this collection, because Happiness Blooms by Deb Strain from Moda is now all available on our website, and we, of course, are always glad to see you in person, so come in and check it out. Or if you have any questions, give us a call and we'll be glad to help you as well.
Absolutely.
Yes. All right. And so until the next time you see us, which, who knows, might be tomorrow, might be Friday, for sure Monday morning when we're doing awards.
Our serious awards, Heidi.
That's our
The
awards ceremony. Yes, the awards ceremony. It would be very, very serious. Okay. Yes, I can't smile then, can I? All right. Well, until then, have a great day, and until the next time, be creative.
Bye.